Okay, today you are expected to turn in a spreadsheet of either your chores. In my house, you don't get paid for your chores, so this would be kind of a pretend activity if my kids were doing it. Or you could set this up to pretend you're selling things in your food truck. But feel free to set it up and try to talk your parents into paying you for your chores. But I cannot be held responsible for the results. Spreadsheets are great because they can do the math for you. Let's look at this nearly completed spreadsheet. If I organize something in my house, I get paid $1. In this example, so far, I've done it 2 times. It gives me a subtotal of getting $2 for this chore. When I added all my chores together in this example, I ended up with $48. Watch this. If I change this and let's say I organize 5 more things for a total of 7 things, I'm going to change this 2 to a 7 and hit enter. And I want you to kind of keep your eye here. We should have a prediction of what that will change to. And then, of course, down here, this will change as well. So here we go. I'm going to change that 2 to a 7 because I did more organization. Hit enter. And this now changed to 7 because I did it 7 times and it's $1 each. And then this total here went up by $7. So let's kind of take a step back and see what went into making that. I'm in a new tab in a partially completed spreadsheet this time. In this totals column, the math thing I want to do, the math problem, is multiply this amount by this many times. So for every time I do it, I get this dollar amount more. To do math in spreadsheets, always start with an equal sign. And I don't want to multiply just $1 times 2. I want to multiply whatever's in this cell by whatever's in this cell. So if these change over time, like my parents decide to pay me more for organizing something, my math is always going to be up to date. So after the equal sign, I'm going to click this cell and notice it puts in for me B2. Here, let me zoom in here. Whoops. Hold on. Oh, why won't it let me zoom? Hold on, sorry about that. Let's zoom in here. All right, so let's try this again. I have the equals B2, and then the time symbol on a computer is the asterisk, which is above the 8. So put that symbol in, shift 8, which is the asterisk. So B2 times, I'm going to click the cell we want, which in this case it's C2, and hit enter. And now whatever, this will always be these 2 things multiplied by each other. So let's test it. If I change this 2 to a 4, this should now be $4 when I hit enter, and it worked. Now, you can even blue box this guy, and it's going to make the prediction. Hey, do you want to multiply this by this? But I always double check. So here, I'm going to click on the cell, look up here, and it's saying B3 by C3. And yeah, that's what I wanted. So pretty cool. Okay, let's scroll down. I'm going to have to zoom back out a little bit so that you guys can see okay. All right. I need a grand total. Once again, always start with an equal sign. Grand total. What math function will I want? I want to add them all together or sum. So I do sum, and it's right here. It's saying, hey, you want this sum? Yes, I'll click it. So equal sum. And then I'm going to click and drag all the cells I want to add together. At this point in time, I only have these 2, but I'm going to go ahead and extend it down in case I add more chores so that in the future, if more things are in those cells, it'll add together. Hit enter, and it'll keep track of my total there. So let's test it out. Let's do something crazy and change this 9 to a 20 and make sure my grand total goes up as well. And it does. And we can see it's doing the math right too, 4 plus 15. Some of you got a lot of that work done last week, so if you're an early finisher, I'm hopping back to my already completed spreadsheet. These have the same formulas in it. I want you to play with this Explore button for a little bit down here in the lower right-hand corner. The Explore can do things like, I'm going to zoom out again, sorry guys. The Explore can do things like make your table have really nice colors here. By clicking these options. Looks really good. It helps you see your data a little better. And it can offer you these charts to keep track of what you're getting paid the most from, for example. So I like this chart. I'm just going to drag it over, close out of my Explore button for now. And what's really cool about these charts is they are interactive and customizable. So let's change, organize something. Let's change it again to back down to 1 or whatever. You can see my chart changes with it. In case you missed that, I'm going to change this top bar here again, go from 1 to 20 and watch it change. Once again, early finishers, you can also come up here and edit charts. I clicked the 3 dots to do that, and you're going to get a menu that pops up that allows you to explore different things you can do with this chart. You could change it to a pie chart. You can change the colors. You can change the title. That would be in this customize area over here. Lots of things to explore in this Explore button. You can also ask your Explore button questions. So here is a question I can ask: top chore by totals. And Google Sheets is going to answer the question for me. And it's saying, hey, your top chore by totals is organize something. You got $20 for that. So play around in that Explore feature. If you still have time left, I want you to do the other charts. So if you did chores, do the food truck, and be sure to turn those in classroom. And they leave it into Google.